The goddess Lakshmi is known as the goddess of prosperity and wealth. These two things lay at the fundamental of everyone's lives. But only a few people know that Lakshmi shows her grace in 8 different forms. There are unique names for each form. All these 8 forms of Lakshmi together are called Ashtalakshmi. On the auspicious occasion of Dhanteras and Diwali, we bring to you the story about the origin of Lakshmi, secrets mentioned in the Puranas explaining what attracts Lakshmi and where she prefers to live, and the details about the 8 different forms of Lakshmi. Shakti, the life-giving and vibrant energy of the divine, resides in every living being and is intrinsically feminine. Lakshmi, famously known for her beauty and alluring gracefulness, is one of the most significant manifestations of Shakti. As if we needed another reminder about this benevolent feminine deity, Lakshmi has been credited with everything from fortune to prosperity, even love and joy. She is a significant member of the Tridevi of Hinduism's principal goddesses, alongside Parvati and Saraswati. Durvasa Muni, a devotee of Lord Vishnu, once received a flower garland from Lord Vishnu as a prasad of puja. While the Muni went to Swarga, he gifted that garland to Indra, the king of the Devas. Indra, out of his ignorance, instead of honoring it appropriately, placed the garland around his elephant Airavat's neck. This angered Muni Durvasa, as he felt that Indra's actions disrespected not only him but also Bhagwan Vishnu. Till that point, Lakshmi was residing in the heavens as Varga Lakshmi, as one of the Ashtalakshmis. The Muni, however, cursed Indra that since Indra undervalued Narayan's gift, Lakshmi or prosperity would leave Swarga. On account of Durvasa's curse, Lakshmi left Indra and went away. As Lakshmi, who is the goddess of power, bravery, prosperity, enthusiasm, and radiance, left, Indra's life became miserable. The demons who were waiting for such an opportunity invaded heaven and defeated Indra. He lost his kingdom and hid out of the sight of the demons. A number of years passed. Indra's teacher Brihaspati thought of finding a way out for Indra's troubles. He went with the gods to Brahma, who in turn went to Vishnu to find a way out. The sea of the milk was to be churned. It was a very difficult job. Therefore, it was necessary to make friends with the demons and get their assistance. Mandar mountain was a churning rod, and Vasuki, the king of the serpents, was used as a rope. When the sea will be churned, Amrit will be produced. The gods must drink it and become immortal. When the sea was churned, Lakshmi, who had disappeared, will appear again. Her grace will be bestowed. The clever Brihaspati managed to strike a friendship with the demons, who agreed in hope of getting Amrit and wealth. After initial difficulties posed by the sinking of Mount Mandar into the Milky Sea, which was set right by Lord Vishnu, who took the form of a tortoise and hoisted it on his back, the churning started. First, halahal, a dreadful poison, was produced, which Lord Shiva drank, much to the relief of the gods and demons. Due to Lord Vishnu's continued encouragement, gods and demons continued churning the sea. Then, a horse by the name of Ucheshravas, Kalpavriksha, that had the power to grant what was wished, and Kamadhenu and other celestial articles came out of the ocean. When the sea continued to be churned, the Apsaras were born. After that, in the midst of the waves of the sea of milk, a goddess with heavenly looks came into the view. She was standing on a fully blossomed lotus. Wearing a lotus garland in her neck, she was holding a lotus in her hand. She was attractive and was radiantly smiling. She was Lakshmi. The sages began reciting hymns in praise of her. Gandharvas sang, Apsaras danced. The elephants on either side sprinkled sacred holy water on the goddess and bathed her. Because the elephants sprinkled holy water on her, she acquired the name of Gaja Lakshmi. Because she was born in the sea of milk, she was called Samudra Ratanya. The king of the sea appeared in his natural form and comforted Lakshmi as a daughter. He presented her with attractive clothes and jewels. He gave her a garland of lotus flowers. However, after her return, while everybody was looking in surprise, Lakshmi put the garland around the neck of Vishnu and chose to go with Vishnu instead of Indra. This choice is significant as it establishes Vishnu as superior to Indra, not in terms of power alone, but in his attitude and understanding of wealth. While Indra symbolizes the mind driven by desire, constantly seeking to satisfy personal wants and feeling threatened by others, Vishnu represents a more enlightened perspective. Vishnu engages with society, aiming to outgrow his hunger through serving and helping others, contrasting with Indra's selfish pursuit of pleasure. Vishnu understands that wealth is not for personal consumption, it should also be used for the welfare of others and for fostering harmony in the world. Vishnu's relationship with Lakshmi illustrates that wealth gravitates towards those who value it with wisdom and responsibility. Unlike Indra, who views Lakshmi merely as a means to fulfill his desires, Vishnu embodies the qualities that attract true prosperity: thoughtfulness, generosity, and a sense of duty towards society. Then she looked at Indra kindly, and he acquired an extraordinary radiance. Now, let's know the names of the Ashtalakshmi, along with their significance and meaning. Adi Lakshmi. Adi Lakshmi is believed to be the most primordial form of Lakshmi, and she bestows knowledge to those seeking it. Her primordial form signifies knowing one's goal and understanding what needs to be done in order to achieve it, which is why she provides people with all the materialistic wealth they need for that very purpose. This goddess was called upon during the great churning of the sea, and she is known for granting liberation. It is said that sage Bhrigu begged for this deity to awaken from her slumber, for it has been far too long since she had last intervened in universal affairs. All of their existence sprang forth from the womb of Mother Adi Lakshmi, and she was believed to be the creator of all gods and goddesses. Hence, the goddess is associated with fertility and married women. So it's a tradition to offer her red flowers that present love and desire. Along with Vishnu, she is also known for being where all wealth resides in the universe. Dhana Lakshmi. Dhana Lakshmi represents money, fame, and power, but at its core, Dhan also embodies inner strength and intellect. Dhana Lakshmi, among the 8 Ashtalakshmi names, is a representation of this side to humans. It grants us an abundance of wealth and prosperity when touched by her divine grace. In Hinduism, Dhana Lakshmi is said to be the deity of wealth and prosperity. Her story begins when she becomes angry with Lord Vishnu for his opinion of money. When this happened, she left Vaikuntha and went to earth. Soon after she leaves, Lord Vishnu follows her down to earth, becoming a poor folk living in the forests. One day, they meet again, but are still unable to reconcile because Lord Vishnu was not abundant. Unfortunately, he had taken a loan from Kuber, who insisted that Lord Vishnu had to repay the debt before departing. For many years, he tried but could not pay off his debt, and eventually came to understand the importance of money. His wife Dhana Lakshmi then blessed him with wealth and made him indebted for all his good fortune. Hence, Dhana Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth and an avatar of Lakshmi, bestows her blessings upon those who are industrious and value money. It leads them to abundance. She is the embodiment of all riches in the universe, and she gives sustenance to her followers by overcoming financial burdens. Dhanya Lakshmi. Goddess of abundance, Dhanya Lakshmi blesses her devotees with plentiful harvests. Devotees repay her generosity by showing appreciation for all they receive, honoring her before eating or sharing food with the hungry in need. Hinduism tells us that during the Mahabharata era, when the Pandavas were living in exile, it was difficult for them to find food. This may be because of the goddess Dhanya Lakshmi, who blessed them and made sure they had enough food to survive this period. She came to their aid by providing a wooden bowl that produced food perennially so that they would never go hungry again. Feeding every person indiscriminately, Dhanya Lakshmi reminds us how grateful we should be for the food provided by Mother Nature. When we are hungry, no matter if we are rich or poor, this avatar of Lakshmi provides us food. She holds no prejudice against the wealthy or the less fortunate because she knows that everyone needs her blessings to survive. Gaja Lakshmi. Legends say that Gajendra, the elephant, and Goddess Lakshmi would always engage in prayer together to worship Lord Vishnu. Due to his size, Gajendra was a little slower than Lakshmi. This meant he couldn't perform as many ceremonies at once as Lakshmi did. But when Lord Vishnu saw this, he asked for her help so that Gajendra wouldn't feel discouraged from being slower than her all the time. Then, Goddess Lakshmi took on an entirely different form, known as Gaja Lakshmi. The meaning of this Ashtalakshmi name is Elephant Lakshmi. The goddess accepted all of his offerings too, and hence her divine form as Gaja Lakshmi satisfies the need of her followers who depend on breeding livestock for food. Satisfying the needs of those who work with animals as a way to earn their living, Gaja Lakshmi reminds them all of just how valuable these creatures are. She also reminds them not to harm or exploit them, but instead to give them love, care, and respect. Santana Lakshmi. Next on the list of names of Ashtalakshmi is Santana Lakshmi. She blesses her followers with progeny and family fortune. Worshippers of Santana Lakshmi are blessed with healthy children and longer lifespans. This form of the goddess symbolizes fertility and blesses childless couples with children. She fulfills her yearning for a family who sees parenting as a sacred responsibility or feels that having children is a true blessing in life. Sanatan listens to the pleas from infants who want siblings, granting them their wishes in return for worship. Veera Lakshmi or Dharya Lakshmi. Veera Lakshmi, also known as Dharya Lakshmi, is a bravery incarnate. Veera means valor or courage. It is the name given to the form of Ashtalakshmi that grants us three qualities: confidence, willpower, and perseverance. These qualities are needed to fight through even the most challenging obstacle that comes your way in life. In the olden days, there lived a king named Bhojarajan who ruled his kingdom without opposition. His subjects were cheerful and contented, with supreme happiness across the land. The king was reverently devoted to Goddess Lakshmi. Because of this, he ensured that she never abandoned him. In his dream, Goddess Lakshmi appeared to him and told him that 7 of her 8 avatars would have to go away from his kingdom. He could pick any one he felt the most needed. After careful consideration, the king made up his mind. He elected Goddess Dharya Lakshmi in order to retain the strength and courage which are necessary for governing the people. A wise decision indeed. She grants us with fearlessness needed to overcome what life throws at us. Importantly, she favors those who try to stay positive and determined even during the worst of times. Vidya Lakshmi. The next in the Ashtalakshmi names is Vidya Lakshmi. Wealth emanates from her like an eternal fountain, but she does not provide it in the form of superficiality. Wealth comes from her through knowledge. This knowledge aids in achieving enlightenment and understanding oneself, for this is what she believes to be true wealth. This avatar of Lakshmi knows how to unlock the human mind so it can explore its own self-worth. It is because when this happens, we are truly wealthy. Vidya Lakshmi is shown to be seated atop of white lotus with her 2 hands having lotuses and the other 2 hands raised in Abhaya and Varada Mudra. Vijay Lakshmi. Vijay means victory. This form of Lakshmi symbolizes victory in all aspects of life, not just in war, but also in life's major struggles and little battles. Vijay Lakshmi is worshipped to ensure all-round triumph in every aspect of life. A man named Vidya worshipped the goddess sincerely, but he heard that no matter how much he prayed for success in his life, it wouldn't happen. He still continued praying fervently and eventually broke free from the chains of materialism. With detachment from worldly things comes renunciation. This way, the goddess blessed him with abundant amount of riches. Although these riches held no meaning for him anymore, he dedicated himself to building a new empire. It was called the Vijayanagara Empire. Vijay Lakshmi manifests herself to assist individuals during difficult times. She appreciates those that maintain a positive outlook in the face of hardship and offers guidance to those seeking spiritual enlightenment.